It's week number 8 of the high school football season. Turkey Valley will be at home against Riceville this week with a playoff spot on the line. Head coach Mark Scott joining us. And, Coach, going back to last week, I guess Don Bosco, just everything as advertised. Is that a fair way to put it?
Yeah, they're very good. I mean, they execute well, they tackle well, they block well. I mean, they got some, you know, quality athletes. I'm gonna guess we're gonna have at least two or three state champ wrestlers running that were running around on the field there last. They were better than us. They were better physically and probably better coached.
And when you look at the things that you could control from last Friday night, how would you assess that in your team's performance?
Well, we didn't move the ball very well, very sporadically. We didn't tackle very well. But the only positive, which is never a good thing, is we punted well. We have plenty of practice of that. And 8 man, that's something you don't really want to do very often.
No doubt about it. This week, you take on a Riceville team, kind of similar to situation to last year. Needed a win to clinch a playoff berth. You take on the Wildcats this week, but you get to play at home for the third time this year, and your home has treated you pretty well this year. How comfortable is it having a game like this on your home field?
Well, it's always better than being on the road, especially when you have bus issues on the way home. But that's another story. Uh, yeah, I mean, kids, with our own place, we do normally play pretty well here at Jackson Junction, and hopefully we play well and play as well as we can. Execute, tackle well, and do the things we need to do, and not turn the ball over. No stupid penalties.
In Riceville, the team that is coming in, only one district loss, and that was to Don Bosco. Looking at them on film, what impresses you?
They're aggressive. I mean, they come at you. They got some. They're pretty senior dominant. They lost their big tailback, but their quarterback's more than made up for that. He's very dangerous, very shifty. I think he's one of those kids that is faster than he looks like when he's running, and so people have a tendency to misjudge him and miss tackles out in the open field.
And obviously, it's you want to control your own destiny and get a win this week, but there still creates some possibilities of you getting in without a win this week. But I'd imagine that's not even a part of the conversation with the guys this week. Is that a fair way to put it?
Well, I've told them for a while that there's still a possibility, but obviously we want to win. That's kind of the goal every week. But yeah, I mean there is pretty good chance that even if we don't win, we could be the at-large bid. And I'm not sure if winning that we still wouldn't be the at-large bid. I'm sure it'll depend on points when it comes down to that, and we probably end up going to the same spot anyway. But it comes back that week 2, we needed to do a better job of executing.
But I suppose there's nothing you can do about that now. You just got to
Nope.
attack the moment, which will face you Friday night. Is that the message?
Yeah, and it's the same message we've had since day one. We need to get better every week. We're young, we're inexperienced, and we're still making mistakes that, physically, and we just need to get better. And if we play well, we can play, but if we don't play well and don't execute, then it's going to be an issue.
I know you mentioned it to me a couple weeks ago that when you have seen your team play pretty well at certain times, you might just haven't seen it on a consistent enough basis. Is that a fair way to put it?
Well, yeah. I mean, defensively, sometimes, we look and I think we're coming around, and then it doesn't help matters that we've had a couple injuries, and all
Yeah.
of a sudden we're in shifting people into positions that we think that maybe would be better off, and every once in a while, coaches make mistakes, and that's not true. That, that moving people around is a good idea. So, and they're skill kids, they don't, like coach and I tell them, what makes sense to our brains might take a while for it to make sense in their brains, or their brains to be able to accept what we're trying to do with them.
So, all right. Well, hopefully we can talk about a playoff preview on next week, Coach. Hopefully you guys can go out and take care of business against Riceville this week and keep your kids healthy. We wish you best of luck.
Thank you, sir.
Mark Scott, head coach of the Turkey Valley Trojans and Wildcats from Jackson Junction on Friday night.